Hello, I'm Heather Moffett and welcome to the Online Riding School. The whole purpose of this site is to demystify riding, a subject that so often is made very complicated when in fact it's actually really quite simple. Not always quite so simple to put into practice, but the idea is that we try to explain and demonstrate as clearly as possible exactly how to apply the aids correctly, and also the most important thing of all for me, especially for beginners, is how to stay on. If you're not taught precisely how to synchronize your movement with that of the horse, then that's always going to be a problem. A lot of people learn to compensate and manage to stay on as such by trial and error as much as anything else. But if you're taught to actually work with the two sides of the horse, you've got two halves to your rear end and the horse has got two halves to his back, and you put two and two together in sync, you make one. Hopefully then you start to actually develop a much better seat, much quieter aids, and the horse then will respond much more easily to you because you're not impeding his stride. Now, so often people are taught to kick, push, pull, really do everything that is probably not something they would certainly do to their dog. I often ask people, would you kick your dog? Would you hit your dog? Would you thump your dog in the same way as you would do the same to your horse? And the answer is always no, because the dog would cry out. The horse's biggest problem throughout history has been the fact that he is mute and he can't cry out in pain. He has to show his discomfort or even pain by well, supposed misbehaviour, when in fact it's nothing of the sort. He's actually trying to communicate more often than not that he's in discomfort or pain, and the rider then will often punish him still further. So we also hope to provide people with a much better insight into how they can work with their horse in the saddle as well as on the ground. So many people actually are now looking for connection with their horse on the ground, and then it all goes to pot once they actually get on the horse, because they've never been taught precisely how to work with him rather than against him. So hopefully we can provide some insight into all of this in a way that is enjoyable, and I hope that we can spread the word for the sake of the horse as well as for the rider. The rider should be able to enjoy themselves without always having to worry about falling off or causing the horse pain. And so the more we can actually educate people to work with their horses rather than against them, then the lot of the horse will at last be hopefully a bit better. So I hope you enjoy what we have to come in the months to come, a series of videos which we hope to do about 3 or 4 per month, plus a bonus video, or possibly even 2, of lessons and case studies, etc. And eventually we hope to do some webinars as well, if I can ever get my head around this idea of talking to a camera. Perfectly right when I'm teaching, because I've been doing that for 45 years, but the thought of actually having to face a camera, as I am at the moment, is something that's very daunting, and I have newfound respect for television presenters. So hope you'll join us in the Online Riding School, and we start very shortly on October the 1st and continue from there on. Thank you.